Welcome back to Repton Infinity and welcome to Robbo. So here we have Robbo and he's pushing things across, which these metallic things are actually called things. And the things move upwards, and you can see we can Repton juggle the things as well. And these other things are kettles, which move across. And we collect the orbs, and we've got some grass over here, which we can push things into, and they just disappear. We push this spanner across here, but we'll get onto what that does later. Collect a few orbs down here, and these staircases are the transporters. And we see a disc, and we see a few other things, and in the middle of here we see, why, it's a toilet. What can we do with a toilet? Robbo, what do you reckon we could do with a toilet? Really? Well, look at that. Yeah, flushing a disc gets you a fish and gets you some points. Flushing a fish gets you nothing and gets you no points. So here we see the answer to the, the answer to the meaning of life, the universe and everything on this little computer here. And we've got a light bulb which goes onto a power station, which creates a bit of a gaudy special effect, really. But fortunately, the light bulbs normally don't last too long. They break and disappear. Obviously, they're not some very good light bulbs that Robbo's got around. Anyhow, we can see now when we come up here, we've got a lawnmower. Now, the lawnmower, before we go on to that, we can see these pipes off to the side here as well, which send things like the gems or the orbs through them. Now, you see that we left the one orb down there, that's so we could pile those kettles up next to it. And the lawnmower, obviously, cuts grass, and you don't want to stand underneath the lawnmower, otherwise you get a nasty haircut, meaning you die. Anyway, the lawnmowers can go through transporters here. And an interesting thing to point out here, yep, kettles don't kill you, neither do the things if they run into you. So, that's one up there, and we take the fish down here for a walk. La 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 la, all the way, push it into the transporter. No, that wasn't a random thing I just decided to do. That actually is part of the way to complete the game, for the level, I mean. So, yes, pushing the spanner up to the one side of the computer gets you a disc, which obviously you can flush away. And we see this orb has landed up here because the fish went onto that pipe and blocked it off. So, yeah, just looking at Robbo's animation here. Gurk, gurk. Yeah, enough of that. So, walking back down this little corridor here, we find out where our lawnmower ended up. And then we've got to arrange these kettles in the right way so we can get an orb down in the bottom corner. If we push too few around there, we won't get to the bottom here. It'll just be blocked off. So it comes over to this side of the level. And oh no, the kettles have locked off the orb. No, we can still do the Repton juggle there, even though it probably would be called the Robbo juggle now, but hey. Whatever the name of it is, it's that. And this is a quite complicated thing to figure out on your own, how to get back into that transporter. Because if you push the kettle onto the transporter, it will actually squash the transporter and not go through it. So you won't be able to use it. So yeah, there we go, the end of the level. Obviously we didn't have to collect that other orb that was spinning around in those pipes. Now we see Robbo's got a rather fetching shade of red here, and the kettles will go into these fridges. Obviously the kettles aren't supposed to go into the fridges, there's something else that's supposed to be put into those fridges, but we'll see that in a bit. And come up here, we see a machine, and it's got an in and out on it, but what would we put in a machine like that? Well, we've got a phone here. We push the phone through the teleporter, which puts it out here. And, well, let's push the phone around. Let's push it to that machine, since it might do something if we moved it there. See if we can get it to do anything. It doesn't work there. Oh, there we go. We've got a light bulb. So, yeah, pushing a phone into a machine gets you a light bulb. I don't know how that works. Don't ask me. This is Robbo. It even says in the actual official instructions to the game that Robbo lives in a topsy-turvy world. He really does indeed, doesn't he? Anyhow, you can see in one of the rooms we passed by there that there was a computer which you can't actually get a spanner down to, and if we did, we wouldn't be able to get the disc out. And isn't this nice? Robbo's kind of gone stealth because of the light bulb here. Got Metal Gear Robbo. And we don't want to push that lawnmower through those pipes there because it'll land on top of a orb and obviously prevent us from getting it. And oh, look, a cola machine. And if we make sure everything's clear out of the way here, and then we stand next to it and push our use key, because now we do have a use key in Repton Infinity, which is the return, enter, whatever you want to call it. If we push the use key next to it, we can get a cola can, we push it into the fridge there, and we get some points for that. So we now take our little light bulb through this bit of a maze here, down to land on the power station. Now, the light bulbs only give you a score when they pop like that, which Robbo is quite thankful since he wants to get out of this place, since he doesn't like the red colour. This level's sped up, and you see Robbo's a bit yellow now. This level's sped up because it takes a very, very long time at normal speed. So you can see we've got quite a lot of discs all lined up here. And what we do here is like move the kettles down so they go into the fridge and get out of our way, and we can actually pop the cola in the fridge where it's supposed to be. Don't know how there's all that room in there really with the kettles that have ended up in there. And the easiest way to get rid of the fishes here is to pop them into the fridge there. So part of the puzzle at the start here is figuring out how to get all these items which are packed very close together into places where you can actually do things with them. And another puzzle is to do with these discs, especially the one disc in the top right corner there, since you've got to make sure that when you let those things go upwards, that you don't actually block off the way for those that disc to be accessible, and you think, oh dear, I might have messed it up here, but you actually figure out there's a way to get it there. And obviously you've got to be sure not to push that disc into the fridge there, because otherwise we'll lose it and we won't get the points. Yes, we have to move the fish out from underneath the toilet, because if we leave the fish there and flush it with the disc above it, it won't actually give us the points at all. So we're not done with the discs yet. There's a couple more down here. So you shovel them out the way. Oh yes, we've got that in the way as well. And then that's all the discs from over here. Well, not quite. We've got another disc because of that spanner there. And oh, what was that? Another disc there, and another few discs here as well. And oh, look, there's a spanner, so guess what? More discs. And well, it's not too bad to play this level. I mean, you've got a lot to do, and you've got a lot to figure out to run around, and how you're going to push these things so you don't get them trapped anywhere. And it's quite a fun level to play, but to watch it, and you've got lots of discs, you're flushing down toilets. And we're still not done with the discs yet. I mean, I don't understand what the logic is here, but then of course, as it says, Robbo lives in a topsy-turvy world, so logic doesn't really have to make any, or logic doesn't have to be a part of that world at all. So we want that spanner out of here. Yep, another spanner, which means another disc and another fish to stick in the fridge. We have a very spacious fridge. So we pop into this transport here, and we land upon the top of a mower, which we push through this transport and it lands up above us, which is maybe a bit dangerous if you weren't actually paying attention. So we leave the things up here so we can get to the orbs behind there. And you have to be careful about how to collect these things and how the kettles move, so that we can actually get all the orbs that we can collect from there. because we can't collect all the orbs from this thing because the way the kettles and the things are arranged, it's completely impossible. You see, if we push the thing towards the transporter there, it just squashes the transporter, so it's unusable. So yeah, those 2 orbs that we've left up there can't actually be used at all. So yeah, moving these few things out of the way, and then we can pop this disc up. I'm sorry, this light bulb here, which pops straight away. Well, I have sped it up quite a lot, so it's obviously a thing. And when we finish off that, the light bulb pops and we flush a fish down the toilet just for the heck of it. See you next time.